No.
Myron, sir. Myron, is it my turn?
Yes, but try not to destroy everyone's ears.
Well, are we going to talk about the thing you brought here for, the slut-shaming thing? Are we doing that? I have a question. I can ask a question, right?
Yeah, sure, please.
So you believe in open engagement and debate, the high ideals, right?
Sure, yeah.
So how does bringing a sign saying bring back slut-shaming and denying the holiday incentivize that?
Call freedom of speech. You don't have to agree.
It's freedom of speech? Yeah, bro, it's freedom of speech. That's why I was calling broccoli hair man like a chud up here. We can say whatever we want, but you have no intellectual capacity or ability. You sit here in clip farm, I guarantee I'll be like, soy boy gets wrecked on college campus. You're not fucking Socrates, buddy. You exist to spread vile filth and make money off it.
Well,
so let's talk about let's debate. Why do you think slut shaming is a good idea?
He might not even like women, so I'm not sure why he's even arguing this, but that's fine.
What did he say?
That's fine. Anyway, there's many problems.
Hey, you're rapping. You're doing the rap God verse. I couldn't hear a fucking word you said. Could you slow down so I can get your
Anyway,
your take?
The reason why is because women that are promiscuous tend to not be good long-term partners for men. Divorce rates go up, trauma. They're not able to... See, why are these guys over here screaming? You could just get on the mic, it's okay, no problem. No one's gonna care. Argue your points instead of heckling on the side. But yeah, so promiscuous women create a lot of problems. The destruction of the family, they're not able to maintain long-term relationships, pair bonding is cooked, higher divorce rates, can't have children out of wedlock. So many different problems arise from it. And quite frankly, it's a byproduct of feminism. But yes, we need to bring back slut-shaming so that women understand that they have a role in society.
Myron, so this is the thing. You do this little red herring, right? We start with all the problems you're talking about. And I agree insofar as that there can be deleterious effects within a sex culture of not approaching it in a fashion, that promotes humanity. But you're talking about freedom of choice, right? Your whole thing's fucking freedom. And then you shame people and castigate them for practicing their sexual freedoms. If the whole point is freedom, shouldn't we have a marketplace in which people can engage how they wish? What are you doing to accomplish the goal, right, of, we need a healthy family unit in marriage by calling women sluts? How does a man who calls a woman a slut, right, raise his daughter in a fashionable way? How does a man who spends time castigating women produce a solid... Yeah. And here's the thing, the little sandal boys, the 10% of the crowd that are getting chubbed up right here, I guarantee that women will not find it attractive that you call them sluts. Women will not find it attractive that you call them whores. Chuckle up, buddy. Clip farm away.
All right, so here's the thing. Girls can be sluts if they want. I just don't want the guys to commit to them because there's a lot of problems when they do that.
We all have the choice to commit who we want to. Why do you have to use intentionally derisive language?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because men take on a significant amount of risk when they commit to a woman within marriage.
And that's their fucking choice.
Well, a lot of the times they don't understand what they're getting themselves into when they get with a whore, and I'll explain why.
Isn't that an issue of intellect and research?
Bro, look. You're the one you asked me a question, I'm trying to explain it to you, okay? So, the reason why I wake guys up to not commit to promiscuous women and make them recreational use only is because if you marry women like this, it's going to destroy your ability to maintain a solid formation of a family because sluts they're not good mothers.
Myron,
okay?
Hold on. Briefly.
This guy doesn't even let me finish what I'm saying.
Seconds interrupted. Can I interject briefly? Or would you like to keep talking? I'm fine with either.
Well, you're the one that asked me the question.
Okay.
I'm answering it.
My question. How do you connect these two things, right? Breakdown of the family unit, these social issues that I agree with you, breakdown of the family unit, other things can be problematic for a society. How is the means to that end being accomplished using the word slut? That is empirically false. There's nothing to suggest in a research capacity that using the word slut or deriding women accomplishes your goal. This is what this is. You bring an intentionally derisive, derogatory term, frame it as an open debate, and then you juxtapose and red herring the issue. It's the same thing all of you done.
Dude.
What is the means to the end?
Yo, look, whether I say promiscuous, slut, whore, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Now, you're getting triggered off the word slut, clearly. So, look, dude, I don't know what to tell you if you're offended by a word or the usage, but the reality is simply this. sluts, whores, promiscuous women in general don't make good partners. And if you do go ahead and get with one, it's going to create a lot of problems for you as a man. Now, the reason why this is important, I have to put this out there, is because a lot of guys grow up blue-pilled as fuck, like you, for example, and don't understand that whores are not good long-term partners. So I got to wake guys up and red-pill them on this. Like, look, you don't want to commit to a woman like this, because when you get married, what ends up happening is you have to take on significantly more. You got to let me finish. You got to finish. You got to let me finish. You got to let me finish, bro. The reason why I tell guys this is because they take on way more risk when they get married. So they need to go into the marriage knowing this is what you're looking at. We're talking about high divorce rates, alimony being paid mostly to women. Women initiate 80% of divorces. They get the kids most of the time. Men get their lives destroyed by committing to whores. So I'm waking guys up. Do not commit to promiscuous women for a long-term relationship or try to build a family with one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Again.
And that's all backed by
divorce
stats and
sucks,
data.
breakdown of the family unit's wrong. You didn't prove your point.
All right, next
I've
person.
done enough? Okay. The free speech count hates free speech.
Wait, hold on. I got to say, are you... Okay.
Yeah. All I was going to say is you come here to a public university and you say what you want to say.
Yeah.
But when people talk back, you call them pussies. And if they walk away to like go to class or whatever they're doing, like you're like, I don't know what you, actually I don't even know why you're here.
To tell women to go back to the kitchen like yourself.
Wait, he ate me up with that one. Wow. No, what I'm saying is like you're on a public, you're on a public campus and you just told him that he shouldn't be out here contesting what you're saying.
No, I said he's making retarded points.
What kind of comeback is that? Like,
He was making retarded points, and I think a lot of people here that are listening would agree that he was making retarded points. See, here's the problem. We need to go back to telling people they're stupid. We don't do that enough, all right? We don't do that enough. Like, we have all this fucking... I got autism. I got ADHD. How about you're just fucking retarded, okay? Mouth-breathing, window-licking fucking retard. That's what it is. I'm tired of having to bite... Hold on, woman, hold on. I'm tired of having to fucking bite my tongue and not tell motherfuckers they're retarded when they're retarded. If you can't understand certain concepts or something offends you, like, take a little bit of self-control, be an adult, and be like, let me respond to that, versus getting all triggered or whatever. So, for example, yourself, you're angry right now, you're very triggered. You can't even formulate an argument. Like...
There is no argument. All I was saying is that you're on a public campus, and when people have opinions that don't agree with yours and they try to represent them, all you have to say is they're dumb and they're stupid.
No, they can't back it up.
Okay, can I fucking talk?
Well, they can't back up their opinions. That's my point.
Bro, that was all I was going to say, but they wanted me to come up here and talk. And
yeah, because you're walking by heckling. So what do you disagree with? What's wrong with what I'm doing? Like, what is your main grievance?
There's nothing wrong with... What I'm saying is you're saying your points. People are here also saying their points, but they're dumb and they're stupid just because they don't agree with you?
No, because they can't back up their points.
Okay, then how are you even backing up yours? Like, you just call people stupid and dumb in the R slur.
Okay, what is your disagreement? And then we can have a discussion on it. Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
See, exactly. Like, it's like, bro, this proves my point. It's like, walk by, heckle, talk shit. Fuck you, Myron. Okay, how am I wrong? I don't know what to say. Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is the problem, right? Like, people will sit there and say, I don't agree with your worldview. You're wrong, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay,
I'm not even
how am I
talking
wrong?
about your worldview. I'm just saying people have a right, like you said, it's the First Amendment. People have the right to express how they feel in a public space, and that's what you're doing, and other people should also be able to do it without you heckling them.
Well, if they say something stupid, we need to tell them they're stupid.
Why?
Because stupidity hurts society.
Okay, and what degree do you have?
Actually, I went to Northeastern, pretty good school, 6% acceptance rate. So, what's your point here? What's your actual grievance?
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
How am I wrong? See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Progressives can never actually defend their belief system. They just get triggered. They don't say anything. You want to get back on the mic? You're free to come back on the mic and actually make a point. But you're proving me correct. You get triggered, you're mad, can't defend any of your belief systems with any type of fact. And then when I say you're fucking retarded, you get all mad.
That's true.
Yeah, you could talk. But if you don't make any sense, we have the freedom to say you're retarded. As it should be. We need to negatively, let's be very clear here, right? There's a difference between speaking and talking. Retards just talk. When you speak, you have an intention of saying something, and you have some type of belief system, and you're able to actually substantiate your argument. A lot of people here, they just want to be able to talk and say whatever they want without actually backing it up. We should be telling those people they're fucking retarded, because not everyone deserves a voice. Let's be honest. Not everybody deserves a voice. Like, it should be based on meritocracy. So if you say stupid shit, we should say, you're stupid, don't talk again. That will make them go back home, read a book, maybe in a kitchen somewhere, and then come back with a better argument. What was that? Get on the microphone. Prove me wrong then. All right, hi.
Hi. I had a question about your Bring Back Slut Shaming
Sure.
campaign. So I heard you say earlier, well, not say, but you used the duct tape analogy, essentially in my eyes, saying that once a slut, always a slut. Is that correct?
Well, if she's been on too many surfaces, then that'll create a problem.
Okay.
Not sticky anymore.
So in your eyes, if someone is a slut or like sleeping around in their younger years and then later on in life in their mid-20s, they want to settle down and they get a devoted boyfriend or husband or whatever, are they still a slut? Like, can they not be a loyal and true girlfriend or partner?
Well, the thing is that can a girl that had a promiscuous past be a good wife in the future? Mm-hmm. There's potential there, but the likelihood is down.
Okay.
And I look at it like, as a man, you take on way too much risk within marriage to have a gamble.
Okay.
Like, I mean, would you pay full price for a vehicle that had 100,000 miles on it?
Okay. It's a similar analogy to the duct tape. I understand your analogy. So I guess my question also is, if a man is doing the exact same thing, in your eyes, what's the difference?
Well, men and women are not the same. A man that can have sex with 100 women is probably doing something right, versus a woman that has sex with 100 men is doing something very wrong.
Why? Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll ask you, are you picky?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, you're selective, right? And I would argue probably most of the women here are fairly selective to a degree. They will not have sex with every guy that they come in contact with.
Absolutely.
Now, with the rest of us as the guys, we'll smash anything for the most part, right? So, since women are more selective, right? Your question was specifically, what was it again?
Well, I'm asking the differences.
Oh, yes. It's not natural for a woman to be a whore because women are selective, right? Men, we're designed to spread our seed far and wide. Women are designed to keep their seed for the best man that they can get. It's just very simple. You can only have one child a year, right? Which means since you can only have one child per year, the person that you mate with needs to be able to bring certain things to the table to ensure that he not just provides for you, but also provides for your child. And this is why women are naturally selective and look for what I call survival traits, versus men are interested in replication traits. Women want, is he tall, strong, competent? Can he take care of me and a child? Does he have enough resources? For men, we're just like, is she hot? So we completely go off different things. And for a man to have sex with 100 women, he has to have some charm. He has to have something. He's doing something right. He has status, money, charm, whatever it may be. If a woman is having sex with 100 dudes, she's a whore because women can just get laid whenever they want.
So if women are more selective, why are they the sluts?
Well, here's the thing. They're selective with a certain group, but okay.
What's a certain group? What do you mean by that?
Okay, so the top, I would say 10% of men are having sex with a majority of the women. It actually applies the same here as a college campus. If you look at a college campus, right? Frat guys, athletes, etc., they're having sex with the majority of the women, right? And a lot of guys just don't get anything or get scraps. So women are still having sex, it's just with a smaller percentage of the men. But that's still a lot. Does that make sense?
No, I don't think it makes sense. So they're having sex with a lot of people, or they're being selective, but they're
It's
still
okay,
having
guys.
sex
She's a
with
woman.
a lot of people.
Don't make fun of her. Sorry,
So
go ahead.
they're having sex with a selective group of people, but it's still a lot of people, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because 10% of a population is still an enormous amount of guys.
Okay. And it's the majority of the frat guys, majority of the...
I'm just using that as an example. Like a college campus, in that way, kind of almost simulates the real world with on a college campus, athletes and fraternity guys tend to have the status they get the girls.
Sure.
In the real world, guys that have money, that have status, maybe they're famous or whatever, they get women. So what ends up happening is the majority of the women overwhelmingly are chasing a small percentage of the men. And I would argue with social media, that's even more heightened.
I would agree. Okay. I think that's all I have. Thank you.
No problem. Good questions, by the way. What's up, man?
So, what is your definition of a slut or a whore or anything that you said? And have you dated one or have you been in a relationship with any of them? Looking back.
Yeah, I mean, I've hooked up with a few or whatever. I mean, you know, it is what it is. I'm in Miami, right? So it's like, you know, whore HQ. So
Definition of one.
So I would say it's not just like them actually outwardly being promiscuous, but it's also like other behaviors, like being an attention whore, wanting to be around other guys all the time, constantly needing validation from other men, putting yourself in precarious situations that might hurt the relationship. All of these are factors that come in.
Okay. That was it.
All right, no worries. All right, man.
All right, you want to go?
Yeah.
You'll be fine, though. You're a Chad. You'll be good.
Yes. Hi, Myron. How are you? How are you, Myron?
What's up, man?
I'm just saying hi. Sorry.
All good. It's all good.
Yeah. So I just want to realistically, let's just talk about it for a second. I know that you stand for freedom, and I absolutely agree with you. I 100% agree with you for freedom. I feel like you're very restrictive on people's actions, though. Do you know what I mean? So
Very what you said?
Restrictive, for slut shaming and on men's actions, you want them to restrict their actions and women's actions, and I feel like that kind of goes against the ideological of freedom. Do you know what I mean? So I want you to explain that.
Well, let me be clear. We can have sluts. Sluts are fun. I'm just telling the guys, don't commit to these women. That's what I'm saying.
So if sluts are fun, why should we shame them?
Well, here's the thing. Sluts do have some problems in society, like I was saying before, with the breakdown of the family unit or whatever. And to be honest, we're never really going to be able to stop it. It's been around forever. It's the oldest profession. My thing is more about bringing awareness to this and letting guys understand that just because society accepts her doesn't mean you have to accept her, most importantly, as your wife. Because we have this mantra in America where men are shamed for having standards on women, but women are not shamed for having standards on men. A girl could walk around and say, 6 foot, 100,000 plus a year, he's got to be good looking, good with dogs, his socks got to match. A bunch of stupid shit. Meanwhile, if men say something like, you know what, I don't want to commit to a girl that's promiscuous. Oh, you're a misogynist, blah, blah, blah. So men can't have standards, and I'm trying to bring that back.
Are you married? Is that
No.
your wife? Is that your wife? That's your girlfriend?
One of them.
One of them. Okay, right. So do you shame her?
What was that?
Do you shame her?
Well, here's the thing, she's not a whore.
She's not a whore, so would you not describe yourself as a slut then if you have multiple girlfriends?
No, I'm the slut maker.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I am the slut maker.
You are the slut maker.
Yeah, men cannot be sluts. We fuck the girls. They become the sluts.
Okay, so if you create the sluts, would that not make you the problem? If you were creating sluts and then you want to shame said sluts, would that not make you the problem of the issue?
No, because you ever play World of Warcraft or any of these games?
I'm not a loser, so no.
All right, okay, fair. So what the thing is, you gotta kill the runts and level up and shit. Yeah, you smash the whores and understand women, and then you go ahead and wife one down the road so you can identify them properly.
I feel so your understanding of women is coming from sluts, but we should shame them? Because I feel like that would develop a weird understanding of women if the only women you're interacting with are sluts.
Hold on. You're talking really fast. What was that?
Yeah, I apologize. What I'm saying though is if you're only interacting with sluts and then you use that to develop your idea of women, would that not develop men to look for sluts? You know what I mean? Unless you're using them as negative examples, I feel like if you're only interacting with sluts and then, for example, you're looking for a wife, you're not going to know what it's like to have a wife. You're not going to know what it's like to have a nice woman if you use those as your framework.
Well, here's the thing. You're not going to be able to identify a wife unless you understand what wife qualities are and what they aren't.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
There's why the famous phrase, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Well, the thing is if you're not able to identify these features that make a girl a hoe and you turn her into a housewife, well, you're going to be cruising for a bruising. So what I'm trying to explain to you is, look, I don't want you to just use my anecdotal evidence, but the research out there, I've spoken to 4,000 plus women. I can quickly tell if a girl is promiscuous or not based on behaviors, how she moves, her friend group, etc., Instagram, social media profiles, all that other stuff. And it's a very important skill set that men need to learn so that they don't commit to these types of women long term.
Okay, and so on that note, I feel like this is a civil conversation we're having. I feel don't you feel by posting bring back slut shaming and then I feel like you're making it more extravagant than it needs to be, because I feel like you and I are having a normal conversation here, and you're presenting it in a way by using derogative language and things like that. You're presenting it in a way that's doesn't open up for civil debate. I'm enjoying.
We're having a civil debate right now, aren't we?
I'm enjoying talking to you, but I feel
we have over 100 plus people over here because we got a little bit of the shock value, but then we're able to have
Myron,
a real conversation.
Myron, I think you'd be kidding yourself if you think that you are not met with plenty of animosity every time you come here.
This is my first time here, actually, not bad.
Moreover, every time you go to college campuses, you're met with plenty of animosity from plenty of people, myself included.
That's fine, but you haven't been able to beat the debate, so.
You still didn't answer my question. Do you not feel like that's misleading by putting really aggressive language and using aggressive language like that?
See, that's the problem with the generation.
I feel like that would not encourage debate.
Bro, look. I can't control how you feel. If you're offended by words or whatever, then you're just a pussy. I don't know what to say to you, man. Like, the reality is that facts are facts. You might not like the way that the facts are put out, but the thing is sometimes you have to put things out in a certain way where people pay attention so they can have the conversation after the fact. So if you get offended by slut shaming or calling a woman a whore or calling someone a fat, I don't know what to tell you, man. Only you can control your feelings.
I think we'll agree to disagree on that. I was going to say, like, you said all blacks are criminals. Are you not black?
You said what?
Are you not? You said all blacks are criminals earlier, like when we sat down. Are you not black?
Well, it depends who's asking. Some blacks say I'm not one of them. Others say I am.
Do you yourself identify as black?
Yeah.
Does that make you a criminal?
No, because I'm speaking in generalities, and higher IQ people can see that.
You're arguing. Okay. By making
Like if I have to make the distinguish, like if I have to distinguish,
by
right,
making
then I'm speaking generalities. You're just low IQ.
your
Like,
generalizations were framed in the form of a claim. So like I feel like debating that claim is a reasonable thing to do within a set given debate. Like I feel like by like
clearly not all blacks are criminals, bro. Like, come on, man.
well, yeah, yes, clearly, but
Common
whenever you come
sense
up here
isn't common
and you
anymore, I
use this
guess.
derogatory connotations, it ignites something within people.
All right, next person, man.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to me, Myron. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.